almost like how should I go about it preparing for this upcoming board exam? Thank you.
All right, great. What to look for, and well done on passing your CTA. For me personally, I always say that that was the year which and if I could erase and forget, I would like to. So congratulations on that, and welcome on IAC. And definitely we look forward to say that how then do you make sure that you pass? How do we prepare? And what for us is a collaboration part of saying that we have one, of saying this is what is the program we're going to do. But we strongly believe that on top of that, we also need to say that what would you be able to do on your side? So look forward to that. But please, let's also keep the chat coming through. I will take a moment to stop and also engage with you on that. But otherwise, in terms of our program, the agenda is not overly long. We're just gonna do a brief welcome and Manda and why I'm gonna take you through why our program. Manda is gonna come tell you some of the questions you're having, Noxola, and also Cherelo, in terms of saying that how do I pass and how do I also work in terms of time management or articulating what the examiner is looking for. For us, it's just that part of saying that, yes, you have the knowledge, but how do you make sure that your examiner understand what you're trying to say or respond to what they're looking for? And I'm going to come towards the end, take you through our course offering and the next steps from here. So it's very nice short, but as I said, let's continue engaging and use the chat platform. Do not, as you can see, we have deliberately not included questions at the end, but for us is to say that let's have this as an engaging session so that we continue to ask all the questions you have throughout the presentation. You're able, as I said, raise your hand. I'll acknowledge you. If I can't see you because I'm presenting, we'll definitely also just get back to you. You're able to also open your mic if you see that you're raising your hand and I'm not acknowledging you. And also, I use the chat box to also engage. But for us, it's also that part of saying that one of the things which we are very passionate about at Indunamo really is continue to empower professionals in the journey of becoming chartered accountant. And this is just one of the timeline which we had where we have partnered with different professionals throughout the period. And this just goes to show the impact which we have had for our candidates, either through our APC program and also through our IAC candidates, where we have also continuously contributed even in the top 10 for both the ICAS and the SAICA assessment, either being IAC or APC. So for us, it's just to say that for us, we want you, when you step into your office after having gone through our program, they can see that your life is transformed, not only from an academic perspective, but also professionally, and also yourself, you can see the improvements you've had through our program. So for us, we really truly continue to just celebrate those milestones for the candidates who also come through our programs. And I think this year, one of the celebration which we continue to have is having Offense, who was in the top 10 candidate for the APC program. And last year, actually, for this, for IAC June, we had a couple of candidates who were in the ICAS top 10 for the June IAC. So for us is to say that let's partner together. Let's see how we can also contribute towards your success, either through APC or through IAC. And for us, one of the things which I always share with my candidates is that why we want this to be engaging is that we also want to hear from you. We want to continue to celebrate with you. And I think this was some of the testimonials of how that collaboration, how that partnership with us in IAC has made some. I just chose a couple from our candidates who, after they were with us for our IAC candidates, and some of the aspect to say that how our program assisted them. One, you can see Rendani saying the CTA resources helped. And I think that also depends coming from the different backgrounds we have as someone who just recently passed CTA, maybe you might be saying that it may not be your focal point, and your focal point might be how to respond to IAC style question. But there could be someone who's repeating, and maybe they've not been within the CTA space for a while. Therefore, the CTA videos assist a long way. And also, you see Munginkosi saying that the support for us, one of the things which we truly believe in is, and also that is also further emphasized by Tavi. So for us, the check-ins, Amanda will be continuously checking up on you. Dineo will check up on you to see how you are doing, to see how we can assist you further. And for me, is that part of saying that we are a community. When you pass, we are able to go back here and celebrate with you. So we want you to continuously come here and let's engage. Let's work together. How can we assist you best? We want to hear from you how the program is going, how we can assist best. That's why one of my questions was to say that how can what are you looking forward to? What do you believe we are here to assist you with? And for us, some of the feedback is really that part of saying that I had the community to walk with me through the journey. And that's what for us is the difference. But not only the community. One of the things which we also say is that we have a passionate, not only passionate team only, but a knowledgeable team. Like, for example, Manda was also marking the IAC Gen assessment. So even when he also engages with you, he's going to be engaging from a point of insight. Even our academic coordinator, Rendani, has been an empire for IAC. He has been engaging with this material for quite a bit. So even when this team, they engage with us, it's not just only us having passion, but we also do have the insight and the necessary skills to be able to support you to being successful in this CA journey. I'm going to pause a bit here before I go into my next slide about being your number one fan, which is the theme which we have for this year. Anything to add? Anything which, as I was talking, to say that what are you guys looking forward to? Maybe after I have just shared that, you have thought of what you're looking forward to. But like I said, thank you, Nugzola and Chirolo, for sharing first. But I'm sure there's someone else who's looking forward to something. So I would like to engage further on that. Anyone? I cannot really see the hands on my side, but I'm going to assume that there are no hands for now.
And there is a hand.
Thank you.
But it went down now. Is it Rukuzo?
Oh, Rukuzo, yes. Please come through. Yes, thank you.
Okay. It's almost the same with what everyone else said, but maybe I'll just say. So I'm looking forward to improving. I realized that there's so many loopholes in my exam technique and in how I approach my exams. I really do the hard work, but I just feel like there's something that's missing. And yeah, at the end of the day, during these June exams, that is what I want to fix and make sure that I pass during the June exams.
Great.
So that's what I'm.
Great. And yeah, as I said, that I'm not alone. Amanda is going to come through and take you through the program structure. And I think that's one of the things which we'll definitely have to have a look at. But one of the other, as I see the question there from Lehman on our chat, what do you have in store for ICAS candidates? The sessions, how we curate the session versus one who has the full year to do CTA versus now that you have the period for just IAC. I always say that the IAC June program is slightly shorter because we're in mid-April, mid-May, and actually just have about just under 10 weeks before you go sit for IAC June. So Manda and team has curated the program, and I'm sure he will be best suited to respond to that as he also take you through the program structure. But like I said, from my side, one of the things which I'm so excited about this year is our theme for the year, which is being your number one fan. And you might be asking yourself, what is this thing about being your number one fan? But for us, is to say that one of the things after we have engaged with different candidates was to understand that how then did you make it after having to attempt IAC on the 5th attempt and you're on your last attempt? How did you make it? Or you were doing you're attempting your IAC for the first attempt, and maybe you struggled a bit on CTA, but when you get to IAC, you're able to get it out of the way on the IAC on the first attempt, regardless of the background which you come from, the academic background or even the work background, and this different conflicting objective one has, you still have a life, you still have the work which you have to do. For us, as we just continuously engage with our friends of the brand who have gone through the program, that's why we came up with the theme for this year, which is being your number one fan. And what does that mean? For us is to say that, when you grow up, you have a role model. But for us, we're saying that get it a bit closer, relate something relatable, get it closer to yourself. When you stand there as Ere and you say, I want to be a CA, what does that CA look like? Can you look up to your best self and say that that's the person I want to be? And for us, that's being your number one fan means to say that I'm going to be on the forefront of being the best version of myself. Therefore, that's why we say that we want you to be your number one fan. We want you to be on the forefront of being the best version of yourself. Even when you have others who are going to be influenced by you, they look at your journey and they are really inspired. And for us, we have these 4 aspects which we looked at to say that this is how someone becomes their number one fan, with the whole purpose, of course, of achieving your dreams. First is making sure that you remember your why. You guys have gone through the journey. If you're here, you're preparing to sit for IAC in June. 1, you have gone through become accounting degree, or you have gone through a degree, either 3-year, 4-year, whichever period, first attempt, second attempt, whichever period. And you have also gone through your CTA, and you'll understand that some of the times when you had those speed bumps, you'll be asking yourself, why am I here? And your why becomes necessary when you hit those speed bumps. And we're saying that even now when you're doing your IAC, fine-tune your why, make it even clearer. If you need to write in bold letters and paste it somewhere, if it needs to be your screensaver for your phone, for your laptop, for when you enter your home, whichever it works, clarify your why, because you're going to need it throughout the journey. It has continuously held you up. It has continuously lifted you up in the times which you're down. But this, as the journey continues, you also need to remember your why. 2, show up for yourself. And I'm sure you'll get to also agree to say that as you continue on the journey, and as the journey gets to be, you go through this, some of the things you have to do is to show up for yourself. One of the things for me which are so simple is just showing up for yourself means that coming, for example, for the session which is going to come at 8 o'clock, not coming at 9 o'clock because 8 o'clock you had to go do something else for someone. Showing up for yourself means that you might need to also sacrifice certain things for other people, but to say that, but my why requires me to do this, therefore I can't do that for you, Ere. I can't do this for you, boss. There are certain sacrifices which I need to do, and there are certain things I won't be able to do because you're putting your why in the forefront. So it's important that you show up for yourself. The third part is investing towards your why. I here to say that I want to improve when it comes to the communication skills, the time management, the study approach. I want to understand how then do I tackle this and make sure that I pass on first attempt. I'm doing my 5th attempt. I don't want to go back to CTA, but I want to make sure that I pass. How to make sure that you do that, you need to invest towards it. We are all accountants here. You need to put in something in order for you to get something out. So for us is to say, you're going to have to invest in committing to the classes which we're going to have. You're going to invest in committing to the class task which Mother and team has. There is the question bank which we're going to share. You need to invest towards making sure that you complete that. And for us is to say that when you make this small contribution, they contribute towards your why. Your why might also be about the small step of saying that I need to make sure that as I do this class task, the improvement, you see where it's going, and you're continuously meeting those small whys for the bigger realization of the bigger why. The last one is being kind to yourself. There's certain people who here, they are repeating because IAC Gen did not go well. Others, maybe they even took a break from IAC Gen because IAC June last year did not go well. Or even you a year, maybe even CTA did not go well on first attempt. And as you continue even in this IAC journey and even on the APC journey, which is going to come, and just throughout your life, one of the things which is important is being kind to yourself. And I always say that let's not confuse laziness and being kind. Being kind to yourself is to say that I'm going to get a feedback. I'm not going to say the feedback which I got from my prior results defines me, but I'm going to use it to improve, to get towards my why. I need to be kind to say that I've done my best, but the results which came out were not reflecting of that. I need to reflect to say that, yes, being kind to yourself is to say that you can't be studying from 8 to 8. You are not being kind to yourself because you're gonna burn out. So for us, it's important that as you continue being the best version of yourself, you need to invest in yourself. You need to show up for yourself, but you need to be kind to yourself. You can't wait for me to come and being kind to you while you're not in the forefront of doing that. You can't wait for Manda and team to tell you everything what to do, or to even remind you for the things which you need to do in order for you to achieve your why. So for us, I love this theme of being your number one fan, is that when we come and collaborate with you, we support you to becoming chartered accountants. We support you towards maybe becoming a chartered accountant. It's actually just a portion of your bigger dream which you have beyond just being a chartered accountant. For us, we want to collaborate with the best version of you. We don't want to collaborate with anything less. We want to collaborate with the best version of you, because we know that together, if you bring your best version of you, we bring the best version of ourselves towards the wellness team, the lecturing team. The outcome can only be success. So for us, this is a theme. You'll continuously hear me saying that how you investing towards your why. When you get the feedback, are you being kind to yourself? And I'm hoping that you'll take this not only from just preparing for IAC, and even in your workplace and even on your personal spaces, because you are an entire person. Your life does not only revolve just being an IAC candidate, and we believe that the whole you assist in making you achieve your dreams. But yeah, thank you so much. I'm going to pause here and hand over to Manda. But as I said, I'm going to be on the background and also be keep the comments coming so that you guys are looking forward to. But otherwise, yeah, thank you so much. Manda, you are welcome to take over. And yeah, you're welcome to take over. I'm just going to move to the next slide, but if you can also take over the slide sharing, that will be great on my side. Thank you so much.
All right. So let me just try to share then, Ellie.
Great. Thank you so much. And welcome, Manda. You guys, you get Manda. One of the things which he is very much passionate about his candidates, and I am sure that you will get to benefit. And please engage and ask him as many questions as you have. And as we also continue journeying in this journey, once you have also joined us, continue engaging also not only with Manda. Please don't make me feel out there. Continue to also engage with our with myself and the wellness team once you have also joined the program. Great. Yeah, can see your slides, Manda, if you can just, great. Yeah, they're also on presentation. Thank you so much.
All right. Perfect. Just to confirm, can you hear me?
Confirm, but I also like to